Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. Your source for Ford news, update, and information, including your Maverick information, because the 2026 model year Maverick order banks have opened up. You can place an order with your local dealer, and for that reason, we kind of want to give you some tools here to be able to tell if you want to place an order what you're going to get, what can you expect your vehicle to look like when it arrives. And so we're going to go through this and kind of go through what standard equipment plus different packages available and standalone options for the Lariat trim in this video. So if you like videos like this, or you want to check out our Maverick Monday video series that we do every Monday, or you want to check out our scheduling videos on Tuesday and our live stream on Wednesday or Tuesday night as well, then make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of our videos. But order banks are open up. We are doing orders at invoice pricing. Of course, I always tell people, find a good local dealer. Hopefully they can match that kind of deal. But if you're wanting to get one, we do have a lot of allocations so we can get you scheduled pretty fast. So if you are struggling a little bit, reach out to us. We can help you out and help you get scheduled and get produced. We also have another way you can save a little bit more money too as well. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. We'll have a timestamp for that about ordering information, plus timestamps for all parts of this video. So as we go around the talking about the standard equipment, there'll be separate timestamps for that, as well as each of the different packages and standalone options. So use the timestamps to move around and find the information that you need. So let's actually talk about some of the timelines for the Ford Maverick as they come up. And we're going to go over to the Ford's build and price to get us started here. Now, you'll notice 2026 Maverick is not listed on Ford's website. We have been told about the time they start producing the Maverick is about when you'll see the build and price. So they are planning to start production November 3rd. That's tentative for the Ford Maverick. So that's about when you'll be able to see the build and price on Ford.com. So, but if you're wanting to go like, well, I kind of want to know what it's going to cost me before I go into a dealer and everything, no problem. I have you covered. So you can go over to McArthur.com. And right now we will have it actually listed in here to replace this 25 Ford Maverick, but we do have it on our website right now. And you can go up here and let me show you that tab. And then if you scroll down to the trucks, you're going to find the Ford Maverick right here. We actually 25, we're not taking orders on 25. We're out of allocations for that. They're balanced out 25 after this month. So we won't be able to schedule a 25. So we're not going to take an order, but we can order for 26 now. So if you go into the 26, then you can go ahead and build that out. Now, if you're looking for the Lariat trim level, you'll see on ours, it's there's 4-wheel drive. That's your advanced 4-wheel drive. So all-wheel drive configuration, there's where your Lariat would show up. And then you can go ahead and select that. Now, pricing wise, you can see $38,090 is the price for the hybrid all-wheel drive. Now, when you go to build it, and I think it actually pops up and asks you, which do you want? Now, you could save $2220 by selecting EcoBoost. So 501A is your hybrid all-wheel drive. 502A is your EcoBoost all-wheel drive, and that would actually save you $2220. So then your price for that is $35,870 plus your destination and delivery charge. So, but there you go. So you can build it out, select your options, and then confirm them and such. So we'll go more about that at the end of the video, but that is a way you can do that if you're looking for ways to kind of find that. So, but going over here again, scheduling should start here in a couple weeks for November build dates. So probably the middle, like the first or second week in September is when they're going to start scheduling for the 26 Maverick for those November build dates. So timelines and such, there's where you're going to get that. Now we are going to use Ford's build and price, and we're going to go in here, and I think the price is actually a little less this year because they did remove a major item out of that package, and that's why you're seeing it being that it's cheaper by exactly that amount. So $350 cheaper this year than last year because they did remove the power sliding rear window as standard equipment. So we'll get more into that here in just a little bit as we go around the vehicle. First, let's talk about your powertrain, your mechanical features. As we mentioned, if you go with that hybrid, it's going to be a 2.5 liter hybrid engine with the automatic continuously controlled variable transmission that they're calling it the eCVT transmission right there. Now, if you go with the EcoBoost, it's a 2.0 EcoBoost engine with the 8-speed automatic transmission. And also, the only way to get this configurations is all-wheel drive. You cannot get a front-wheel drive Lariat trim vehicle. So just so you're aware of that there. That's some of those features. Now, some of the other features, you do have selectable drive modes like a normal mode, an eco, a sport, a slippery, and a tow haul. You might be asking, what is a drive mode? You put it in that different drive mode, it'll change the way the vehicle will shift, the transmission shift points, the throttle response, and different things like that will be affected by those drive modes to help you in those different configurations in those situations. If you're in sport mode and you want to drive more spirited, it's going to hold that gear and keep you down a little bit further, so you're always having full acceleration and very spirited drive. So eco is going to be the most functional way of shifting the transmission to get to the best fuel economy and keep that RPMs down and that kind of thing. So anyway, you also do get electric parking brake, and on your hybrids you will get electronic brake boost as well, and helps with that regenerative braking and such. You do have electronic power assist steering, so electronic and controlled instead of gas powered, which makes it nice. Ford's been doing this for a long time, but you'll see really the benefits of that in those parking lots, right? And steering into those parking spaces. Variable assist power steering, and then you do have electronic stability control as well. So, all right. Now, talking about your safety features for a second, there are, I think there's pretty much all the same safety features I did see in the XLT, and well, actually there's one extra. So let's go through these. We do have for the airbags, driver and passenger front dual stage airbag deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. We do have a driver knee airbag as well that helps protect the knees from that on that front collision in the steering column right there. We do have for the side impact, driver and front passenger will get a side impact airbag as well. And then we do have safety canopy side curtain airbags with rollover sensors. So if you have that rollover accident, it helps from, breaking glass and sheet metal coming in and hurting you. We do have an anti-theft engine immobilizer, security lock passive anti-theft system, and perimeter alarm. So security lock passive anti-theft is only the coded key will start the vehicle. Perimeter alarm is going to lock that up, so it'll honk the horns, flash the lights if there's like shaking of the vehicle, that kind of stuff. Sometimes you see that with like earthquakes and all, where all of a sudden people's alarms are going off. That's perimeter alarm. We do also have pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, get your pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, dynamic brake support, and the automatic emergency braking oncoming. So the way this works is, let's say you're going along and there's someone's maybe stopped or slowing down, they're turning slowly. If you're gonna at your current speed would hit them, it's gonna alert you so that you can start braking and think about braking the vehicle. It's gonna flash red on the productivity screen, series of tones that you need to pay attention. It does preload those brakes for that dynamic brake support. And then slow enough speeds, it'll also detect any pedestrians in front of you too. So there you go. But over certain speeds, it's assuming you're on the highway or whatever, and there shouldn't be any pedestrians coming across, right? There you go. So automatic emergency braking oncoming, we assume, is if somebody comes over into your lane, right, then it's helping to brake the vehicle so that you helps the impact of that. So speaking of that, post collision braking. So if you do have that accident, it's going to brake the vehicle. Intersection assist. So if you're coming across that intersection, it's gonna brake the vehicle if it sees that there's someone coming and you would hit them. The evasive steering assist. If you cannot brake in time, and no, you can't, but maybe you could avoid them because there's nobody in that other lane, it'll assist in that steering around them. Evasive steering, right? And then we do have the lane keeping system as well. I'm including this in here because I think it's a safety feature to keep you in your lane. There's some of these safety features I do include on the exterior, but lane keeping system, that is one that's going to give you a lane keeping alert, an assist, a driver alert, as well as road edge detection. So if the driver alert, if you're, dozing off too much, it's going to alert you and let you know that that's happening when that's activated. The lane keeping alert system will allow you to leave your lane, but it's going to vibrate the steering wheel when you go over that line. Now, the assist will do is help try to keep you in your lane. So it knows the line's there and tries to not let you go over that line. And then these can work together. What it would do is if it gets over to that line and brings you back in, it vibrate the steering wheel so that you know that you got close to that line. Road edge detection is going to help if you're going over that road. Now, the reason maybe you may be thinking it might not need that because wouldn't the lane the lane keeping work? Well, unless there's no line there for that lane, right? Because then the lane keeping is not working, but it detects the edge of the road instead. So it's kind of showing that road edge as a line in a sense, right? So, and then we do have kind of more of an exterior feature. So let's dive into exterior here. But I do have it in here as safety features. So let's go back to this and kind of talk about some of the exterior features now. Here we go. We're not going to use that green because green is not available this year. So let's use this ruby red right here for this. And then we're going to make this a little bigger. So there you go. So first off, I want to talk about it's a 360-degree camera. So that is standard equipment on your Lariat trim. So there's going to be a camera under each mirror, the front and the back. So that was introduced last year and is new. So you can see completely around the vehicle, as well as you should be able to go if you're in drive or park. You should be able to also kick on the front camera and see the front of the vehicle. So helps out driving, parking those into driveways and parking stalls and such. Also, we do have a high gloss black painted grille. So kind of dresses that up. Grille, you see some of those little accents in there as well. And then we do have LED projector headlights with the LED signature accent lighting. So that's this light across here. Black bezels in there as well. And then we do have body colored bumpers up here as well for you. So, and then we do have auto for the headlights. Let's talk about that. We talked about already a little bit. You have the automatic headlights. So come on, automatic when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. You also have configurable daytime running lamps as well. And then we have auto LED high beams. So they're going to, if it's dark enough outside, those high beams will come on. If someone approaches you, it'll automatically shut them off for you. And that's so you don't have to keep flipping on and off the lever. And we also do have wiper activated LED headlights too. So they'll come on when you turn your wipers on, then the headlights will come on automatically. We also do get front parking sensors. They're going to little dots right in here. So if you're pulling in, it'll alert you and let you know that. Acoustic windshield as well there. And then we do have on the, doesn't list it in here, but the lower fascia down here, you're going to see that silver accent in there too. Really dresses up the front of the vehicle there. Now for your tires, there's a 19-inch machine painted aluminum wheel. So it's kind of a black pockets with the machine finish to it. Order guide doesn't tell us what the tires are on this. So just so you're aware of that. Four-wheel analog disc brakes though. And then we do have tire pressure monitoring system as well for that. And then you'll get your Lariat fender badge. That'll be chrome over there too. And then for your mirrors, you do have manual folding power and heated mirrors with the painted black mirror caps as well for you there too. So door handles are going to be body colored. So you'll have that too for you. And then we do have keyless entry. In fact, this has intelligent access. Leave that key fob in your pocket, put your hand in a door handle. It's going to automatically unlock it. Also, you can lock it by pressing the ridges. Includes approach detection and does have remote start as well with that. So you can remote start it from with your remote close enough proximity there. Push button start when you get inside. And then the lower rocker molding is going to be bolted in black down here. And then we do have rear privacy glass. That's, I like to say it's factory tint on the side windows and the back glass back there. And then, yes, and then it's a fixed glass on the back. So let's go to this one here. As I mentioned, this is showing power sliding rear window. That is not standard equipment on a Lariat for this year. So just so you're aware of that. We do have for the fuel tank, the EcoBoost will get a 16.5 gallon. Hybrid will be a 13.8 gallon. Easy fuel capless filler door. So you just press that door, open, put the nozzle in. When you're done, go ahead and replace that nozzle to the fuel pump and shut the door, and don't have to worry about a cap losing it or anything like that, or getting your hands dirty. Cargo lamp up here with the center high mounted stoplight, so you can see in the cab and such. We do have the box tops and tailgate moldings. So you're going to see that on the top up here for you. We do also have the LED taillights back here too. And we do have the rear bumper is going to be that molded in black rear bumper like you'd expect here. We do have power locking tailgates as well. Rear view camera, so you can be able to see as you're backing up. We already talked about 360 camera, I guess. Rear parking sensors to go along with your front sensors. So as you're backing up, it's going to alert. And if you're not paying attention as you're backing up and there's something back there and you would hit them, you do have reverse brake assist is also included here for the vehicle too. Now for the, you do have a tire inflator and sealant kits. So Yeah, you do not get a spare tire as standard equipment. We'll talk about options a little bit. There is a spare tire as an option. We do have a 2K trailer hitch receiver with a 4-pin connector. That's standard equipment. Trailer sway control as well. And you do get, because you have the 360 camera, the Pro Trailer hitch assist and backup assist. So what this is you're able to use that dial to back your vehicle up using the cameras, back up your trailer or back up to your trailer with the hitch assist. So it works pretty well. Flex bed storage system in there. It kind of tiers it out so you can do all kinds of different cool configurations in your bed. You do have a cubby storage in the passenger side over here. On the driver's side, you're going to have the LED box lighting as well as your outlets back there. So it's going to be the Pro Power onboard 400-watt outlets on the driver's side. You do have the bed tie-down locking rails with the sliding locking hooks here. So that's going to be standard equipment. Also, you'll notice it does have the Tough Bed spray and bed liner as well as standard equipment, and 10 tie downs in there, including 2 on the tailgate right there. So, all right, that's a lot of equipment. And we're going to move to the back, not to the back. We're going to move to the inside of the vehicle for you. This does have the carpeted flooring in there, and we do have the floor mats for the front seat on the vehicle. You have ambient lighting, so it'll light up footwells and such in there to kind of give you a nice environment there. We also do have front and rear grab handles, 3 of them. So you'll have them on both sides of the rear and on the passenger side and the front. You also have coat hooks on the rear ones up there by those hooks up there. We do have the vinyl console lid right here with a bin for storage with the nice console, flow-through console. You'll have bucket seats here for you for the driver and front passenger. 8-way power driver seat. And then I believe it's going to be, actually it is in here saying it's a 6-way manual adjustable passenger seat for you. And then on the ActiveX trimmed seats as well. And then you get heated seats for the driver and front passenger. So, and then seat back map pockets for the driver and passenger seats. In the rear, you have a full bench seat back here. That seat cushion can come up with storage underneath. It does say in here, I don't believe, they did say in the XLT that this is going away. And I don't see that it was added on any other order guide. So I don't know for a fact if you're getting the flip down armrest with the 2 cup holders or if you're getting the Fitz kit cup holders like you're getting on the XLT. So there's no mention of adding it to the Lariat trim. So I don't know if they're just doing away with that altogether on all of them. So that'll be a topic for Maverick Monday when we get the answers to that. I do have an email in, but we'll get answers once we get a response from them. Also, you get dual USB-C ports on the back of the console, as well as the Pro Power onboard 400-watt back there too. There you go. Latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children. So those 2 outbound seats can secure those front and rear-facing car seats. And then for your windows, power windows for the front and the rear, 1 touch and down for the driver window. That is different than last year. They did change the wording on that. And so I don't believe you're going to get 1 touch for all windows like you did last year. So there you go. Power door locks, lock and unlock, and soft vinyl wrapped steering wheel that's heated. And you have a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel, so it'll go up and down, forward and back. Audio controls on there too, and your cruise control, which we'll get into in just a second. 8-inch productivity screen through here. And then for your cruise, it is going to be your adaptive cruise control that gets you the lane centering, predictive speed assist, and stop and go. So what it's going to do is if the car in front of you is going a certain speed and you're going faster than them, it'll slow you down to go their speed without you pressing the brakes, even bring it to complete stop if that happens. If you stop long enough, once they start going, hit your resume button and you resume with that safe distance behind them. And then predictive speed assist. So if you're coming into a curve and at that speed, it knows it can't handle that curve, it'll slow you down. Also speed signs. It'll help assist speed up and slow down from speed signs. So you would go ahead and tell it what you want your tolerance to be above and below the speed limit. And as you go into a new speed zone, it'll slow you down to go that same tolerance that you have set in your settings for that. And then lane centering, try to keep you in the center of your lane. So it actually overwrites the lane keeping system and just keeps you in the center of your lane, doesn't let you get to the sides. So that's a real helpful as well. We do get dual zone climate control. So the driver and front passenger have 2 different temperatures. B&O sound system with 8 speakers, including a subwoofer and HD radio. And then we do have the Sync 4 system with a 13.2-inch screen here for you. Enhanced voice recognition system with the conversational voice commands. You can set it up to say, okay, Ford, and it's listening, that kind of thing. You can even change your climate. So a lot of people don't like the physical climate controls or the buttons there on the screen, but you can tell it what temperature you want. It's easy. Also, you get digital owner's manual as well, so no physical owner's manual. And you do get the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can connect your phone in and use the maps there if you want. And I'll tell you another way you're going to get connected nav too as well. Now for the mirrors, you have dual illuminated vanity mirrors. So those visors you flip down, mirrors on the back side of those that are illuminated. They should probably have some doors that open up. You have map lights up here on the overhead console. And then you do have one PowerPoint up here for you. And then you have USB type A and C up there too to be able to power different devices and use for your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay if you wanted to wire it in. Again, it's wireless if you want to. Rotor dial shifter knob, you can't see it. It's down located under there along with your parking brake. And you do also get the Ford app access. So free app that you download, remote start from anywhere, unlock and lock from anywhere, schedule remote start times if you want, so it can start up in case you forget in the mornings. You can also locate your parked vehicle and check status on your vehicle, like your tire pressure, your fuel, and even like any kind of recalls and such like that. Also, you get for this year Ford connectivity package for 1 year included. So the Ford connectivity package is including a lot of things into one. So it's going to have a 5G modem for you with unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots. That means other devices can connect to your vehicle wirelessly. So tablets, that kind of stuff, to the vehicle. And then audio, video streaming, voice assistant, entertainment, and this is where you get your connected navigation. That's an on-screen navigation. It's also included here. Again, this is one year's included. After that, you will need to subscribe and pay for that. I will talk about later in the optional equipment a way you can get that without having to have to renew every year. So, all right. That is all that except for colors. Let's talk about colors for a second. And let me give my sheet here and let's talk about the free colors first. I like to let people know what they get for that price that we mentioned earlier with no charge. So first off, we're getting carbonized gray. So we'll go to that. Carbonized gray, it will be available. Oh, that's not the carbonized gray. There you go. Carbonized gray is free for that color there. Kind of give you an idea what that looks like. We do also have Oxford white that is available at no cost there. We do also have shadow black. There you go. Shadow black is available at no cost. Space white is available. So that's kind of an off-white color. Really pretty in person. You got to see it in person. And velocity blue also is no cost as well. So there you go. And then the new no cost color is going to be marsh gray. So marsh gray is, they even put in here, i.e. brown. So that's a very dark, I know it says gray, but it's a very dark, almost, it's a brown color for you. That is going to be available at no cost as well. New color for this year. Now, colors you want, some colors that cost extra is you do have the ruby red tinted clear coat. I don't have the price in here, but it probably is the same. $390 is what it was last year. The azure gray, that is also, that's $495. That is a tri-coat, 3 coats of paint that make that up. And the new color for this year, orange fury tri-coat. And that is also $495 for that one probably. And so there you go. So I don't know if I have an image of the orange fury in there, but it is seen out there on the Maverick Truck Club on a trimmer as a spy photo. So you can check it out there if you want to. Colors are not available. Ruption green is no longer available. And desert sand, which was a surprise to me, desert sand is not available for this year either. So those are 2 discontinued colors for this year, which is why I didn't want to use the desert sand or Ruption green. So, all right. So there's that. And now let's talk about some different packages available for for the Maverick Lariat trim. So let's get into those. Now let's talk about the black appearance package here. It is $1645 again for this year, same as it was for last year. And now this package is available on the XLT and the Lariat trim for both of those for you. So with this package here, it is going to get the 19-inch black painted aluminum wheels again for this year. You're also getting the 225 55 R19 tires for that. You do get the black edition hood decal for you. And you're not getting the front and rear emblems black. They actually discontinued that, and you still retain the blue ones that you get from the standard equipment. Painted roof. It just says painted, but it should be black painted roof. They should add that wording. Your grill is going to be a special black painted grill, so it is going to be specific to that. And you also get the painted mirrors. So that's your black painted mirrors for you there. So because this isn't you don't have to get the luxury package to get this package. And so for that reason, it would add the painted mirrors there. And then on the interior, you're going to get interior accents. This is where you're going to get your black environment instead of the navy. It remains the navy pure environment, but black accents in the sense that your seats are black. And you're going to get, instead of the blue accents that you get in the grab handles and down in the console, it's going to be black in there instead. So that's what that'll look like. We do have the 4K tow package. Now this tow package is available on the XL, XLT, and Lariat, and does require all-wheel drive for this. So requires that. Also does require the Copilot 360 package too. So it does require both of those configurations for that, for all those. Now Copilot 360 features are standard equipment on the Lariat trim, just so you're aware of that. Now, this is $745 this year, $745 last year. So there you go. You get your trailer brake controller that includes it. That allows you to be able to brake just your trailer to help you out and coming down those hills and that kind of stuff. You get the trailer hitch receiver, 2-inch receiver with the 4-pin and 7-pin connector. So on XLT and Lariat, you're getting the hitch, but here you're getting the 7-pin connector. For your hybrids only, you get the transmission oil cooler. And for your EcoBoost only, you're getting the higher capacity radiator as well. Upgraded cooling fan on both hybrid and EcoBoost. And then you're getting conventional 17-inch spare tire, 215/70R17. So spare wheel and then the tire. So there you go. So that is all included, and that's what's it's part of the 4K tow package. Now, I want to talk about a couple packages, or one package that's available this year that wasn't available last year. And that is the Ford Connectivity Package, one-time purchase. So we mentioned Ford Connectivity Packages, you get it for 1 year. After that, you would have to go into connected services and then go ahead and subscribe up. I think it's about $150 a year. And so then you'd have to renew that every year. Or you can, from the factory with your order the Ford Connectivity Package, one-time purchase. It says 7 years for $745. So that is an option as well. And again, you can't get that at your dealer afterwards. You have to order it when you order your vehicle. So I think that was at one time with some of these where you could do that through your dealer, but a lot of dealers don't know how to do it. And so I think they just realized that and said, now this is how we're going to do it. So also something else, we talked about SiriusXM with a 360L is 3 months, and then you have to sign up through Sirius after that. Or you can option 55B for $300. You can get the SiriusXM with 360L 3-year plan. So you get it for 3 years for $300. That's less than that's $100 a year, less than $10 a month. Pretty good deal. If you're somebody that likes SiriusXM, you know you want it, then go ahead and add that to your order. And again, that is something you have to put on your order, not something that the dealer can do later or that you can subscribe later. You'd have to go through Sirius. So, all right. So there's that. Now let's talk about standalone options here for us. And we're going to actually go through my notes and kind of go through this. And now this is the black appearance package wheel. So no other optional wheel. We have the bed extender. So that is available. Let's find it here. Bed extender should show an image of that. You can see that's a one piece that can go up over the tailgate. Also, when you rotate it in, it'll be in the cab and take up some of or in your bed. It'll take up some of that room. Not available with the tonneau pickup box, soft folding, or the hard roll up. It is $370 again this year as well for you. Bed mat removable. So see if I can find it. I couldn't find it on my last video. There it is. $140 last year, $140 this year. So it's a rubberized mat that just lays on the floor of the bed. So there you go. You can get that. That's available. Last year wasn't available with some of these things. This year it is not having any restrictions. So evidently it can be put in with, because usually it wouldn't be available with these, but it doesn't have any notes to that reflecting that in here. So the spare tire, we talked about that earlier. Conventional 17-inch spare tire, of course, does remove the tire inflator and sealant kit when ordered. $115 for that. That wasn't an option last year because spare tire was standard last year, but that is available for Lariat trim. For your gas vehicles, you can get the engine block heater. So $190 for that. It gives you that little cord to plug in, keep your engine block warm. And that's $190 this year as well. And then we do have the floor liners, front and rear. Without the carpeted mats is $135. With the carpeted mats is $175. So go down here. Those are going to be down here. You kind of see what those look like, and they'll say Maverick on them. So those are available from the factory if you want. And then we do have front license plate bracket. So if you live in a state that requires a front license plate, it's standard equipment. But if you order from a dealer that's not in a state that requires a front license plate like Kansas, it is you would have to add it a standalone option, but it's still a no charge option though. So then you would just make sure you add it. Power moonroof is a standalone option. So it is $995 for that option. Don't know if that's going to be under the exterior or interior options. There you go, $995 for that. Get you the power moonroof with the manual sunshade. So there you go. That's an option for you. And a power sliding rear window, again, wasn't available last year. This year, it is a standalone options, $350, which exactly is the amount of the discount for the standard Lariat trim. So if you want the power sliding rear window, $350, and your same price as last year. So there you go. That's how you would do that. We do have the protective film for the hood and fenders for you. So that is available. And let's see what that, there it is. $360 last year, $360 this year. So that wasn't available with the black appearance package last year. This year they've removed that note, so I think it's available on the black appearance package. So there you go. Splash guards, molded front and rear. So see if that we can find that in here. There they are. $180 last year. They are $180 this year as well. They don't show an image, but they are going to go and help protect from mud and such getting flinged up from your wheels. And then let's talk about tonneau covers. We do have the roll-up bed cover is $12.80 this year as well. So that's going to basically, it's going to roll up to the back for you. So, and that is not available with the bed extender. So you can't get that with the bed extender. We do also have the hard trifold bed cover. So $12.60 again this year for that. It's a 3 pieces there that folds up and will set up against the back glass. So that is available, and no restrictions or no notes on that. So it is available with the bed extender. And then we do have the soft folding bed cover, which is not available with the bed extender. $600 again this year, and it's gonna be 3 pieces, but it will fold up as well and lean up against the back glass. So there you go. So those are our standalone options for this year. Yep, that's all of them for you there. So that's kind of what that looks like there. Now, of course, order banks are open up. If you're wanting to find an easy way to kind of, hey, these are some of the options that I want from your video, right? I want to look those up. Again, go over to our website and you can pull those up and you can kind of see those kind of like this here, and you can make those options. So one of the things you won't see is you'll get details on these, like these packages, right? It'll show you the details based on this year's information. See, it shows the conventional spare tire, which wasn't included last year in that package because that was standard equipment, right? But so these have been updated for 26 model year. So then if you want to select those, you kind of know, and just confirm your selections, and then you can see that. So if you want to order with your local dealer, you can go ahead and go online on our website and build it out. Then print that off for your dealer. Now, if you're not wanting to order with us, please don't fill out the form and submit it, because if you do, One of my coordinators will probably be calling you, emailing you, and hounding you, right? Just like salespeople do, about coming in and about getting a hold of us. Now, if you do want to order from us, I do recommend you doing this. Filling this out, and in this comments, put in there that you want the YouTube special of invoice pricing, because that is a YouTube special. So that way you'll know that. Hit that send button, and then at that point, we only need like address, just a few other things, address and a copy of your driver's license, and we can submit your order pretty easily. Some signatures too, but that gets the ball rolling there and gets us started in building that out for you. So, and getting that order submitted as quick as possible. So feel free to do that. And again, if you are going to order from us, and when that vehicle comes in, you decide you want to finance the vehicle, we take $1,000 off on all of our vehicles if you finance. So our online price includes financing, but on an ordered unit, you would get that price from them when you go ahead and build that in. And again, that's done at the time of purchase. Now, if you are wanting to pick it up, if you're out of state, we do a lot of out-of-state sales. We're one of the biggest Maverick dealers because we sell a lot of out-of-state Mavericks. If you're wanting to do that, because special on those EcoBoost, if you are out of state and you're in one of those, there's 6 states that require that, you're going to need to make sure you let us know so that we put the 50 state emissions on your order. So that's something that needs to happen as well. If you're doing that out of state, if you want to fly in and pick your vehicle up and make a trip of it and drive home, like a lot of people do, then we'll pick you up at the Wichita airport free of charge, as well as the Salina airport. And it really doesn't cost too much to fly in. I mean, who flies to Kansas? Just saying, I live here. It's just a funny joke. Anyway, but if otherwise, if you want it shipped to you, then you would need to pay for that shipping on top of the invoice pricing. So just so you're aware of that. We don't include any kind of shipping with our financing deal. It's either you finance and you get $1,000 off, and then shipping we add on to that. So just so you're aware of that. And we don't know really shipping costs until it happens, because shipping fees and shippers change their prices every day. So it can really change in the next 3 months. So just encourage you. Usually it's about $1.25 per mile. So figure out how far you are from us. That gets you pretty accurate, or somewhere in that range. But there you go. Other than that, I think that's all we have. So hopefully you guys did like this video. We still have the trimmer to do. And then don't forget, dealer installed options we're going to do in a separate video on Maverick Monday on Labor Day. So look for that video as well, so that you can see what dealer installed options there are. And there's a cool, fun one that I think some people might want to put on their order, if they really want to dress that up. So as you kind of saw on the black appearance package, doesn't get the black emblems, but there's a way to get you kind of in the sense of black emblem on the front, at least, with that. So anyway, check that video out as well. So make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of those videos. And if you're going to order a vehicle, you might want to check out our scheduling video on Tuesday nights as well. So that's all I have for this video. Until the next one, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind yourself. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.